when everybody's watching on YouTube. We are Game Changing Designs, and we are demonstrating our game Ins and Outcasts. And today we have with us Paperweight Games. It's Aaron, right?
Yeah, Aaron Beadle, yeah.
Yeah. So Aaron has been a big help to us. He runs a playtesting server called Game Weaver Guild.
Yeah, Game Weavers Guild.
Yeah. Which was where we did most of our testing during COVID because it's really hard to get 6 people plus in a room around a table when, everybody's on lockdown. And now Aaron is getting ready to go into professional playtesting. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've been doing it for a few months now.
Cool. Do you want to talk about it while we get all?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I can talk about it for a few minutes.
Yeah, please.
So it kind of does what it says on the tin. It's trying to promote the sort of professional side of the playtesting part of the industry. So there has been some opposition to it because there's a kind of traditional notion that playtesting should always be free. But as I've spent a lot of time playtesting the last 2 years and started studying all the different elements of psychology and positive experiences and product design and market analysis and that, it just didn't. It reached a point where I wanted to contribute, but it felt like I was just flogging a dead horse, telling completely new people the basics of how to use TTS and how not to immediately upset all of your players in one go. It just felt a bit silly, saying that 20 times a day. So it was my way of experimenting and seeing if there was kind of a capacity there for actual paid play testing. I found out after a while that some people have been doing this for years now. I forget the names. I know there's Player Lair, but there was a bigger group before that had been doing paid play testing. So I came in at a really low price point, thinking I was experimenting, and then after 6 months, found out that other people had been charging way more than that. So I've kind of leveled out now at what I feel is like a reasonable price for both people, for play testers and for the clients and games developers and that. But it definitely, I even tell people as they come in, if you want to be a games developer and you want to do that with your life, then there really isn't much point to paid play testing beyond using it as an educational tool, which you can find on YouTube for free anyway. Who it's really for is people who want to create games and bring them to life, but don't have the time to actually study games development, which in my experience takes a ton of time. I feel like if I spent this much time on music, I'd probably be at least locally famous at this point. But game design's a much longer kind of investment and payoff cycle. But at least this way, I can help kind of launch other people forward, make a bit of money from it, help other playtesters make money from it, and then that gets them interested in taking a professional approach to playtesting. Because as much playtesting volunteered playtesting there is around, and there's a ton. Not a lot of it is professional, and it can get a bit wearing sometimes, where you've got to get through 200 play tests just to get that one piece of advice that would have been obvious to someone with experience who was paying attention to stuff. So that's what I try and do now.
Oh, for sure.
Primarily an experiment, I think.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Let's see.
When you got a second, Andy, do you want to introduce Ins and Outcasts?
I'm going to need to. We're getting a bit of an echo, I think.
Do you have the stream open and it's just playing twice for you?
That's probably it. I'm probably just dumb. There we go. All right, yeah. Sweet, that's much better. I was worried that I was gonna have to mute some mics. So yeah, we're Game Changing Designs. We're a design studio based in Peoria, Illinois, that specializes in analog game development and gamification services. So with this is our first product out the gate. It's called Ins and Outcasts. It is a short little well, let's I would say it's somewhere between a social deduction. It's got social deduction elements, bluffing elements, and a little bit of resource management, but basically it's trying to figure out what other people are going to play and maximizing your gains and minimizing theirs. All with the fantasy veneer of making a game where players are trying to grab the most loot possible. The cards were designed by Blake and I, but they were illustrated by Jen, who is with us today. She's our artist. Let's see if I can lay these out on the table so people can see them. But this is all available on GameChangingDesigns.com as our print and play.
I have the cards up on the stream.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So then I'll go ahead and delete this extra stuff. So, yeah, this is the core version of this game. So we are planning to expand it over time, but we need to be able to move copies before we can invest time to make a bunch. We actually have our plans for the first 5 additional expansions for this, with the first expansion being tested or having been play tested and completed. We're just essentially waiting to get a few bits of polish done to get the art ready, and look forward to that in the future. But right now it's the game that we've got. This is our core set with 6 character cards. Each expansion will introduce another 6 characters that you can mix and match to kind of customize your play style, make the game your own in the best way that you like. And again, so if you are curious and want to check it out, we do have a link to our page on Tabletop Simulator. You can get this very same setup for you and your friends to try out. Or we also have our print and play version, which is available on our page, GameChangingDesigns.com. And I don't know if I said it or not. I'm Andy. I'm the founder of Game Changing Designs. With me are Blake.
Hello.
And Blake, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Blake, co-founder of Game Changing Designs, also the one running the stream at the moment. So I'm the perspective you will be seeing.
And then we also have Jenny. She's our basically art muscle.
Hi, I'm Jen. I do all the art and a lot of the graphic design. Yep, that's about what I do. I also kind of put in my own ideas along the way, feedback, playtesting, and I'm also one of the co-founders for the company.
So we're just a little 3-person team at the moment, but once we get our feet underneath us, we have some pretty wild ideas for how we can expand and grow, and it should be a pretty fun journey. So thanks for tuning in and sticking with us. So getting into the game. To play Ins and Outcasts, all you need is the 6 character cards that are being shown all throughout the thing here. You can eventually, like I said, mix and match once you have additional expansions in the mix. But for now, our first edition is just going to have the basic 6. If you'll notice, each card has a little bit of information that we kind of have to go over. We have this big number in the corner here. That's your initiative number. That tells you when you flip over your card. We have these little coins here. You can have, up to, there's quite a few coins on some of these cards, but that's money that you're guaranteed to pull from the center once you've gotten to the end of the round. The starting gold you get right away, and then you add that to your score at the end of the round if you haven't been stolen from. You also have special abilities like this one character has a reaction ability, which is a little eyeball. It says that they do something immediately once you flip the card over. And then we have a little loot box that says this is your special ability, provided that your ability isn't blocked by another character. All of these things we hope are pretty self-explanatory, but the idea is that read the card, do what the card says, and as long as you don't get stopped by other players, you can rake in all kinds of cash. And the player with the most money at the end of the game wins. We end the game at 75 coins, but whoever has the most at that ending point is the winner. And it can be a pretty photo finish sometimes. So a lot of ups and downs. Did I miss anything, Blake?
Well, the game starts. We all play a card face down, and we have to remember our numbers. Then we start counting up from 1, and whenever your number is called, you flip over your card to resolve the effects. So everyone is kind of... there's no turn advantage, it's just people playing at the same time.
Right. And there is one thing that we do have, and that's this. This is just a temporary piece. Our prototype that we're making has an actual token for this. We didn't need it in the past because we used a board, but we've simplified down to just a token. But one player is the head of the table, as delineated by this knocked over chess piece. That person, if there's ever 2 players that have to do the same thing at the same time, whoever's closest to this or whoever has this token gets to go first, and then everybody just kind of goes clockwise around to resolve their action. Yeah, I think that's the long and short of it.
Yeah, we'll explain blocking once we actually get into the game.
For sure. So let's start by having everybody pick a card that they want, flip it over, and lay it on the table face down. Okay. So if anybody has a 1, flip their card over now. Okay. No 1s. Anybody got a 2? 3? Ooh, 2 3s. Okay. So normally we can kind of cover this now, but on this Bard card, in the bottom corner, there's that little blue circle with a 2 written in it with a little no symbol. That's saying that the Bard would be able to block any character that was within range that was a 2. But there are no, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. So 4s. Do we have any 4s? Because I got a 4. So since I have a 4, I'm going to go ahead and block. Doesn't really matter. Jen, I'm going to block you. Please don't hate me.
Okay.
So,
How do you rotate again?
E and Q are the 2.
E and Q.
Yeah.
You just hover over to do it.
Yeah. Hover over it and
Okay.
and then hold down the button and it'll rotate. Okay. So since Jen was blocked by my mage here, who has the ability to block a 3, but only 1 3. I blocked her, which means she won't get her loot ability. But I don't think that's going to be an issue. And then, so do we have any 5s?
Yes.
Okay.
So with my 5, I will block Andy.
Yep. That's okay. I wasn't going to make much money anyway. Okay. So now that we've gone through and finished the round, we tally up how much money everybody made. So unfortunately, the Bard doesn't get anything because for the Bard to work, you have to have multiple people putting down duplicate copies of putting down 2 cards of the same initiative. But you can't count yourself. You only look at other people in the set. And since everybody's unique, that basically means that your loot ability is multiplied by 0. Nothing happens.
So you get your 3 starting gold.
Yep.
And
now, since I'm playing a mage, I actually would get a little bit of money had I not been blocked by the Thane here, because the Thane counts as a unique card. So he would have counted as one non-duplicate. But unfortunately, these two bards count as duplicates, so I don't get anything off of them. And I also am blocked, so I don't get anything anyway. But that puts me at 2 for my starting gold.
This bard is blocked, so she'll still get her 3 coins, but does not gain anything from her ability, although
Yep.
she wouldn't have anyway in this case.
Yep.
As the Thane, I start off by getting 6 coins, and I gain 1 for each card in range that is not blocked. So this one bard is not blocked, so I gain 1 additional, 7 points.
Yep. And then we take our cards, rotate them back to their original position, and we leave them on the table face up. So each round you actually run out of your choices diminish slightly. But that's not that just gives you a better way of telling who's going to be playing what in the future. So this little cheat sheet here has all the information to kind of give you like a quick reference if you ever need it. It also has a little position here that you can lay your cards down so that you can have an easy place to figure out where they go. But right now they're locked and I don't want to bother fiddling with it, so it's fine. Just that's there for you to use if you need it.
Yep. All right. Round 2. We select another card from our hand, put it out there, and once everybody's ready, we'll start calling numbers. Do we need these tokens here?
So eventually we will. We don't need them for this anymore because we're gonna like in previous versions we had a board and these would sit on the board and refer to where you are and location to people. We'd mix it around, but when we do currency, like we're gonna eventually have tokens in our physical copy of the game, and hopefully we'll bring them into Tabletop Simulator. But this, instead of just grabbing money and putting it in your pile of cash that you'd have backed by your character card, you would stage it here on your little player tile, and that would give you an opportunity to see how much money you had when you do things like auction abilities, or if you ever get stolen from, you have a clear delineation of how much money you're getting from your starting gold if it ever changes. So
for right now, though, we could probably get rid of them just to get them out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. We can clean up the space.
Okay. Looks like we're all ready.
Oh no! Put it in your hand, Andy.
Oh, I got it. It's gone.
Okay.
All right. So starting at 1, do we have any ones? No ones? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because I played a 2. Any other 2s? Okay. Oh man. Oh boy. Well, if one of us had the foresight to play a bard, this would have been the turn for it because that would have been an easy 9 gold. But instead, we're done with this round. Everybody gets their starting gold.
Everyone gets 4, I guess.
And that's going to make it really interesting in the next few rounds because now there's nothing to mitigate the thief coming out and just ruining somebody's weekend. Okay. So moving right along, let's actually I'm gonna change my mind. Do that instead. Okay. Do we have any ones? No ones? Okay. Well, there can't be any 2s, so how about a 3? Do we have a 3? 4s. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I played a 3. I was too busy looking at everybody else's stuff. So I am 110% getting blocked. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I'll do it. It doesn't matter who does it, but I will volunteer.
Well, I assume nobody wants me getting 9 gold just for the sake of being the one that was cheeky and played the bard when everybody was having a mage party.
We don't very often have this kind of same wavelength situation.
No. but it does happen from time to time. We've had entire games run where we, for some reason, are in sync, and then we try to break sync, and it just doubles down on being in sync more.
Yeah.
So, well, the good news is you guys get a little bit of money off of your special abilities because there's one non-duplicate for each of you.
Yeah, so we're all going to get 6. Andy's going to get 3 because he was blocked.
Accidentally given the same script. That's what it is.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what happens when we hit the mass email button. Well, no, we're gonna be cheeky because it worked out so well last time.
I have a feeling I know where this turn is going.
All right, so I'm sure we're gonna see a 1 at some point. So any ones? There we go. All right, so I'm guessing you're all gonna steal from me because I'm the only one that you can.
Yes.
It's only the first one that can, though.
Well, actually, in the newest version of the rules, you can stack multiple steel tokens on one person. But all that changes is there's fewer people you can target. But it means we don't screw you out of having your thief ability.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just gonna go ahead and say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, have your 1 gold, guys. But I'll start the bidding for my auction. So the goblins do something weird, and that's when they show up, they start demanding money from everybody, starting with themselves. So I start an auction for whoever gets to control this card. I don't have any money, so the auction starts at 0. Does anyone want to pay 1 gold to gain control of the goblins? It starts with me, and then it goes to Aaron.
Nah.
Okay. Blake?
I will also pass.
Okay. Jen?
I'll pass.
Okay. I'm going to blow up, so I get nothing for the round, but you guys don't get any money from me either.
So we will all get 2. Andy will get 0 because he was
0.
stolen from.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. It was either going to be a thief party where nobody gets to do anything, or that where at least I don't get screwed.
Yeah.
Completely. Okay. Oh, you guys can take your steel tokens back, by the way.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
need them. The steel tokens are important because if you walk away from the table for any reason and you wonder who did the stealing, it's important to know who gets the money afterwards because the thief specifically gets the money if they're unblocked, or at least they get an equal amount of money to what was stolen if they're not. Okay. So I'm guessing there's any ones. Oh, hey, there's a 1 right here. I will have my thiefy revenge. I am gonna go ahead and I blocked Jen last time, so I'm gonna steal from Aaron. So do we can't have any 2s because they're all used. Any 3s left?
There is a 3 left.
Okay. And I don't think you guys can play any 4s, so that just leads us to 5s.
Aha!
Ooh.
Good steal.
Nice. Okay. And yeah, this is one of those turns where everybody gets to use their fancy ability. Nobody's blocked, so the Thane will generate 3 gold. And you'll get your starting gold. So Jen will kind of rake in 9 gold this turn. Blake will get
9 gold.
9 gold as well. And I will get 8 gold because I steal the 6 starting gold that Aaron would get.
Each copy of the duplicate counts, so I get my ability twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, think of it like a set of cards, and each card in that set that has the same value is triggered for that ability. So let's see. The math is so that's 17. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And since we're down to 1 card, this is when we take all of our cards, put them back in our hand, and we would pass the head of the table token to the clockwise, so it's to the left, right? Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So I went to college for way too long to not still know my left from my right. It is tragic. Okay. So that's one round of ins and outcasts, and we play until we hit 75 coins. Yeah. So Aaron, you've seen this game go through a lot of variations. What do you think of the current one?
Yeah, I think you've listened to a lot of feedback that was well justified. It definitely seems more concentrated than it was. So I must have played a very early version of the game. From what I remember, you didn't pick the block at the corner of the card blocked everyone, and there was no ranges. Everything affected everyone in play.
Yeah,
It was
there still is
younger game.
range. Oh,
Yeah, there is range now, but there wasn't when I played last.
Yeah.
So your effect treated like 7 players as in range.
Yeah.
Some of the cards were very disproportionately powerful.
Yeah. It doesn't show up until we have like larger groups of 6 or more, but there is still a range to how bad you can screw somebody over. It also helps limit the number of interactions you can have, so at the most you can only have 4 interactions on a good day.
So that the bard can't get infinite money. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Why don't you call them off, Blake?
All right. We're going to start off with any ones. Did anyone play a 1? No ones. All right. Let's go on to 2s. Who played a 2? Ooh. Oh, we got a guard. All right. Nobody to guard, though. 3s. All right. 4. No.
Wait.
Oh, right. Do you want to block? It doesn't really matter, but.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'll block.
If someone has a threat thing, it does matter.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It matters a little bit.
Yeah, I'll block.
Okay.
So, Aaron, we're gonna turn your card. We used to have a token to show it, but it's just a lot easier to turn the card 90 degrees to show that you're blocked. Okay.
4s.
Yep.
Very good.
So I'm gonna do this because I have a feeling I know what's coming.
5s.
What? We don't have the rainbow? Okay.
6s. Goblins. All right.
Alrighty.
So we're going to start off the auction. The auction starts on the goblins. Last time, Andy couldn't bid anything on himself because he was stolen from, but this time I get to start bidding on myself. So I bid 1.
I'll pass.
I will bid 2.
I'll pass.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to choose not to use the goblin's ability. Therefore, I can rake in all my money for the turn.
Yep. So Andy is going to get 14 points, I believe.
Nope. I spent 2 gold, so I only get 12.
Right.
Yeah,
spent 2 gold on my auction. Since he spent 2, I get 6 gold plus my starting 1, so I'm going to gain a total of 7. Aaron's going to get 4 as his starting gold, and Jenny is going to get 3 with her starting gold.
Mm-hmm. Hooray! Thank you, Mage. You finally paid off. Let's see. Man, I loved when we did the playtesting early on, and we had those debates between people who were like, "What card's the strongest card?" and just listening for a good half hour to an hour. Those are good times.
All right. So let's start off. Anybody got a 1?
Uh-oh.
You know where that's going.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion.
How about 2s?
Such a suspicion. We're just gonna turn that over there. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
Well, I still got your starting goal away from you, but
Yeah, that's true.
all right. Any threes?
Oh, snap.
Fours? Fives?
Oh, you chose poorly, Blake.
Yeah. Thing is, you had more points. I wanted to deny you.
Yeah, I know what's up.
Yeah.
But that means,
sixes.
all right,
Goblins.
different problem now. Um, yeah, so it starts with you, Aaron. Are you going to bid 1 gold on yourself, or do you want to start the auction at 0?
Uh, oh, yeah, 0.
Okay. I'm gonna bet, or I'm gonna bid 2.
Okay. So it goes to you, Jen.
I'll pass.
Okay. Well, I can't bid because I have no gold, where I was stolen from.
Oh yeah. Whoops. You're the person I was worried about.
Oh, well. So, yeah, that means that the auction is yours, Blake. So, are you blowing up the goblins or not?
Absolutely.
Okay, so blowing up the goblins blocks everybody in range except the goblins themselves. So, yeah.
So Jenny's gonna get 6. Aaron's gonna get 6, 7 even,
I get nothing again.
and I also get nothing.
Well, good. I hope you appreciate that.
I do.
You can take
I'm
that.
spreading the wealth here.
Yeah, you can take that back. Yeah, well, that tightened things up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's start off with ones.
So,
Who do you steal from?
let's see here. I got a suspicion that it's you, sir.
I would
believe you.
never. All right, let's go on to 2s.
Ah, dang it.
Revenge. So we're both gonna get some bonus points unless 3s.
Oh, no.
Nope, 4s. There we go.
Okay. Oh, looks like good round for a lot of other people.
Yep. So mage is gonna get 6. I lose my starting gold, but I get 4 for blocking the thief. Jenny over here is going to get 8 because she didn't lose her starting gold and blocked a thief.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy gets his 2 starting.
Yeah, yeah.
And you take that back.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. I am ready.
Oh, there we go.
Cool. All right. Any ones?
Uh-oh.
Who be you steal from?
How did I know?
Andy, I have a suspicion I know what you played too. Let's go to 2s. Any 2s? I think they've all been played. 3s?
Was that what you were expecting?
No, but it was my secondary guess because 4s. So let's just.
Well. Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
5s?
All right, then.
Now the question is, you get an extra point if you don't block me. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's worth it, man.
No, you want the extra point, right?
Plus, and then you get 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So you'd have to pay me 7 for me to make a profit. Make a real cash bribe.
Unfortunately, that's not a mechanic.
I have PayPal.
Oh, seven. What
I
currency?
don't know, like Dodge or whatever's popular now.
Oh man, 7 Bitcoin to get your to get your thing unblocked.
Just send me a 7 bitcoins.
Right.
goodness.
Well, I think I'll take the block then.
Right.
There we go. At least there's some justice in this unjust universe.
Yeah. All right. So that leaves you
Jen-
with a 7
Yeah,
pointer.
Jen steals my. Yeah, Jen gets my starting gold, so she gets 5 for the round, and I don't have to worry about math. So I
Yeah,
get nothing.
you haven't had to worry about math in a while.
I just got to make my scores big and interspersed. Apparently,
All right.
no. Yeah.
All right. Last time for this round. Any ones? All right. Who you stealing from? Oh man, I have been stolen. No 2s available. So 3s. All right. 4s.
Oh, nice.
Oh, but let's see. Any 5s?
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm closer to the head of the table, so I'm gonna go ahead and block you, hon. You'd only gotten 4, but I don't know. You're kicking my butt. So, all right.
Well,
Well, good job, Aaron. You definitely got the right person. Thanks for not stealing from me.
yeah, there's 8 points for you and minus a lot for me. I still get 2 points because there were 2 unblocked people.
Yeah. Oh, you're unblocked. So yeah, I get 8 as well. So it puts me at upping 39. Moving on up.
It's funny, you
Yeah.
were up in the lead until we all started ganging up.
Oh, we all know how this works. Like
Yeah.
it only lasts for a little bit. Enjoy your glory while you can. Come on. Oh, tabletops. Quit it.
There we go.
No. My cards are.
All right.
All right. I think I have my cards back. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Well, we're getting up there. Could be the last round. Could go into extra innings.
Why do my cards keep turning?
You might have your rotation degrees in the top right on a.
Oh.
There you go. Let's see.
Otherwise, I don't know.
Oh, and the head of the table rotated to me. I am in charge now. Wow.
Yeah, that's not.
Yep. So Jenny's been hard at work getting our box art ready and finishing up our graphic layout for our new rule book. Because as you'll see, the print and play is designed for economy of printing. So we put all of our rules on one page, and that's great for some things, but it's not great for like legibility and understanding. Okay. So any ones?
I already forgot what I
No.
played. Okay, I remember now.
Okay. Any twos?
Yeah.
Aw. How about any threes? Nice. Fours?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa. Yep, sorry. Yep. Yep, there we go. So, fours?
That looks like a
Are
black.
you... Okay. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and skip to 6 because that's what I played. So I will start the auction at 1.
2.
Okay.
Pass.
Really?
Yep.
I'll pass.
Okay.
I
So,
passed hoping
Aaron-
Jenny wouldn't.
Oh,
You are a fool, sir. You are a fool. All right. So Aaron, are you going to use the goblin?
No.
Okay, I figured not. Cool. So that's 7 gold for me for the turn.
And 14. I'm gonna get a nice 4. I think I was on 43 before.
Check the tapes.
Well,
All right.
the way Twitch works now, there's nowhere near as much delay as there used to be, so it was already gone. Well,
All right.
it's gonna be a bit of work to catch up.
I think it can happen. Perhaps I think I spent most of last round making 0 gold. But you're all gonna have to up your game.
I got some plans.
Okay. Ones. Do we have any ones? I hear it's the loneliest number. Okay. Twos. Okay. Threes.
Also, a 3.
Gotcha. And fours, fives, sixes. There we go. Alrighty.
Nobody pay him.
Well, there's not a whole lot of reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So auction starts with you, Aaron. Are you gonna bid 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass.
pass.
Pass. Okay. Sweet. Well, I'll get my 3 starting gold. I never have good luck with the bard. I always feel like the mage always does a much better job for me just because my timing with the bard is always terrible.
All right. Andy, we're trailing behind.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plan to help us both, but you have to read my mind.
Okay. I'm apparently mentally illiterate, by the way.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes. Okay, so do we have any ones? Twos? Ah, there you go. All right. Threes. Fours. Fives. Sixes.
Also, I assume Jenny wants to block here.
Oh, yeah. I would guess. I would imagine that she doesn't want me to earn 12 gold. I mean, she might. What do you think, hon?
I'm just
No.
going to mention, you did not read my mind.
Yes. I figured as much. Okay. So, auctions to you, sir.
I will bid 1 on myself.
Jenny, are you going to feed the goblins?
I'll bid 2.
Feed me.
I will pass because I don't have that much money.
Pass.
Okay.
Jenny,
So,
you have
Jenny.
control.
Not blow up.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I will take my 6.
7.
7.
Could you
Yeah,
get your starting
7.
gold?
I always forget the extra one.
I'll take my starting gold.
So, question: does the Thanes card, like, if I played it, does that count towards not blocked in the count?
You do not count yourself.
Okay.
Because you're
So
in.
I would
You only
get
count
just
people.
6.
Yes, you spent the 2 that you gained from your special ability on not blowing everybody up.
Sorry, I screwed something up. I've got this rewind time thing up on my UI, and there it goes. It wouldn't go away. Cool.
Well, if I could turn back time.
Oh, my score got reset.
I don't know if I gained my starting gold or not. I think I was at 51, so I'm gonna bump to 53. I know, like, guys, I've got this in the bag. I know Aaron's 4 points from ending the game, but I have a sneaking suspicion that in 2 turns I'm gonna get.
Space Jam.
Yeah, exactly. It's the golden snitch rule of ins and outcasts, where it invalidates everybody else's actions by doing the one thing that apparently wins the game.
Well, all right.
Ones. Well, I think our options are pretty much set in stone. 2s, 3s.
Oh, it's a
There.
3.
Oh no! Well,
We know who our winner is.
Yep. Oh goodness gracious! Well, on the upside, we all get 5 gold on our end.
We're all gonna get 5, but
I get 9.
Yep.
And that will put you above the winning score, and will make you the victor of our game.
Yeah, man. Congrats. Well played, sir.
All went to plan.
Yeah, a well-placed mage and a well-placed bard can completely turn the game around.
Yes. Sweet. I wish that this had a confetti blast emote to show that the game is over and that
I mean, there's that, but it's
Yeah, it's not like confetti. It's just like heavy confetti.
yeah.
I only played the same once. I got it anyway, and I think I played it once and it got blocked, and then I played it once and it worked.
Yeah. No, you had a couple of really good turns. I was like, that mage really sunk it home. That's for sure. If Blake over here wasn't such a sussy baka, he would have figured out that he should have spent 3 gold coins to not give you a commanding lead in the game.
Well, I was trying. I was
Uh-huh.
trying to be nice about it, or trying to be clever about it, to force Jenny to do it.
Yeah, nobody forces Jen to do anything. I've learned the hard way. Yeah. So, Aaron, what did you think? How was your experience playing?
I think it's fair to say it's not my kind of game, but it's tightened up a lot and it's a lot smoother. It has been a long time. It's been I think probably over a year since I played it last now.
Yep.
Yeah, we got into some other work that took our attention away to getting this done, but
that happens sometimes.
I'm glad that we're back on it because I really hope to see this come to fruition.
Yeah.
So we'll be kickstarting this in October. That is our plan. If anybody out there is watching this and wants to meet us in person, we're actually going to be at Gen Con Indy in the playtesting hall on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll get those times posted at some point, either on our Twitch page or in YouTube links and such. But we hope to we hope to get people excited to play this game because we like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a solid casual game. It's, kind of excitable.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh man, what's that? And then other times it's just wonderful that you just caught 3 thieves in one go.
Oh yeah, like that's one of the times where like we were, it would have been amazing to catch us with a guard, but catching with the bard is as damning in that particular case. That was chef's kiss. Mwah.
Always save your guards, just in case.
I don't know. Like I like saving the thief as the ultimate thief proofing. Like you're guaranteed to not get stolen from if you also play a thief.
That's true.
And like that starting goal, if you're close enough that if 2 points will put you over the hurdle, that 2 points can do it. It doesn't have to be a massive gain at the end, but it's also nice to go out with a little flourish.
Yeah. Trophy victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be good to see people playing it live. I think it'll be a much better game live, to be honest. I think TTS isn't especially, well, I don't want to say bad, but it's not the best place for a game like this.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're hoping for too. Like we've played it around the table a few times at home with friends and family, but that's kind of the reality we live in right now. Is that tabletop simulators kind of like where the action is. Kind of need
Yeah, it
to
is. Yeah.
have access to people. So,
Hooray for new COVID strains.
well, I mean, the good news is this also works out well for like groups that are broken up because they're like, oh hey, so and so moved from X city to Y city and now they can't play with us. At least this gives you kind of like an opportunity to like reach out again and be like, hey, we can still do our thing.
Yeah.
And the more stuff that's on Tabletop Sim and Tabletopia and all the other virtual table play stuff, the more opportunities you have for space to not be as much of a factor. So
Yeah, it's weird thinking back to how tabletop used to be now, where it was, if you met another developer on here, it was a big deal. It's like 1 in 1,000 people who develops games.
yeah.
Now it's hard to find actual players because everyone's a developer.
Yeah. No, I know that feeling because that's where we started out. But that's also how we ran into you. So it's been great.
Yeah, it was the early COVID, wasn't it? And started bumping into people. Met a lot of interesting people.
For sure.
Found out that the African community is quite strong, but does not have great internet.
Huh. Interesting. I did not know.
Yes, it's some places in the world where you wouldn't expect it, and they kind of only really connect through the internet, even if their broadband's a bit weak.
Fair enough.
I was at UKGE like a month ago and played. I think it was Egyptian. There was a game. It came in a rolled up parchment with some pieces dangling around inside, and it was like chess. It looked like something found out of a tomb.
Is that Rue? Like I know that game is pretty famous among game design historians. But
Oh, this is a recent one. This was a game being developed.
oh, okay, cool.
Probably had the similar vibe.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called though. Yeah,
Well,
lots of interesting stuff.
Rue's like the traditional example, so it's cool
Yeah.
that they're still digging out new oldies from days gone by.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm just glad that I don't have to roll like sheep knuckles anymore.
Yeah. Accidentally summoned some demon.
I mean, it's just I enjoy my pretty little dice sets.
Yeah, everyone likes nice dice.
Oh man.
They had carved crystal dice and all sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Mermaid tears.
We all put down for the pixel dice that came out, the LED smart dice that can detect what they've rolled, and they glow in animated patterns, and I mean they're cool. It's gonna be like
Doesn't-
2 years before they come out, but it'll be cool.
That's it, like loads of different color depending on.
You can actually have
symptoms.
do like you can have them like you can even like set it up so like it flashes in front of a player. If it's like, hey, roll your d20, you can just be like, flicker red until they do it.
Alright,
So
very
it's
fancy dice.
yeah. Well,
It-
I don't know. I feel like there's some interesting spaces that could operate in to make new methods of
It,
gaming.
You can
it take
also.
phone calls as well.
I don't think they've planned that one, but we'll
They
see.
are. They always are.
Though the
There's a
dice
day
will
in
be
the
listening.
future where shoes can take phone calls.
The
And cereal.
government's going to use these dice to listen in on us.
Yes. I'm sure they'll be extremely happy with all the conversations they get from D&D nerds around the table. They're
Yeah.
like I want to listen to Critical Role, but like less professional and with less voice acting.
More arguments.
Yeah, exactly.
More table flips. Need more flip.
I'm excited because those dice are going to work with virtual tabletops for role playing games. It's like Fantasy Grounds. I'll be able to actually roll dice instead of having to use digital dice.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You got Bluetooth or something.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of feedback if you want to
Yeah.
do a feedback thing.
Sure.
Okay. Where does it start? Steel. Yeah, I thought steel was a little bit of a misleading phrase because you don't actually steal. The bit that isn't called steel is what steals, and the bit that is called steel is the bit that stops. So it could maybe just be called stop, just to avoid the occasional assumption that this part does result in stealing, and then you're like, oh, that didn't actually steal. Just seems as like a mild misnaming.
Yeah, we've wrestled with that for a while.
Yeah, it's not a big issue really. Like it's something someone would learn. Probably a conversation you can have at the table every game at some point for every group is, oh, it's not actually steal, it's stop. But then if you get your ability, you get to steal.
Yep. That has been at almost every table that we played at. You get that conversation rolling.
Yeah, yeah. What? Blocking was the thing that stood out the most. How if you block one person, you don't get any choice, which is fine. That makes sense. But then if there's like two people block, you have to pick one to block.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like it would either be something that led to like sort of spite strategies where it's like, well, I don't like this person, so I'm going to block them all the time, or just like leader dragging where you're just like, this person is leading, so I'm just going to drag them back, which I don't think really fits with the game. Just to say like, oh well, it's okay because this player's leading, so they're the one we'll pick on. I think in a game like this, I'd rather just let them win. Like, if they're playing, doing what the game encourages you to do and winning, don't then artificially give them like roadblocks for being ahead. So maybe instead it's something like, instead of blocking anyone entirely, it's like a partial block and you steal half their income, or just attacks where you steal one income from each player you blocked, or something simpler. Maybe that would break the game a bit. But it does feel the
Definitely you have to
directed.
rebalance for sure.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But the directed part of it felt a bit like it could have some issues. Because playtesters are generally quite friendly people. But you get a game out at a party and people can be a lot more mardy.
Yeah. I mean, well, like you saw earlier, like Blake Blake always comes after me both barrel
Yeah.
blazing. He seems to think I'm some sort of savant at this game, and I'm really not.
I think you'd have to be just an actual savant to be a savant at this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you get good at reading people, you can. I've had some times where I've gotten those big brain moments where I'm like, I know what must be done, and then you get that
Yeah.
perfect play, and like those moments aren't throughout the entire game, but I
Yeah.
suppose if you're truly insane or like insanely smart, you could probably like map the whole game out from the beginning. But I don't know, like I feel like this would be a really hard game to make into a solved game.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's still a deduction game, so you can't ever actually become not like a Euro game where you can determine the optimal strategy.
Yeah. Like, I don't think there's a sequence. Well, at least to my knowledge, I don't believe there's a sequence of cards that leads to most gains per second. But, once
Yeah,
this is out in the world, I'm sure we'll get emails saying, like, I've figured it out.
yeah. There's always someone. Most of those people just stick to Secret Hitler, but they might stray. The
The
math
one
sloop.
guy that we played Secret Hitler with all the time has moved to a different state. So, yeah, we don't play Secret Hitler all that often these days.
Yeah. I don't get why some people are just like career Secret Hitler players, and I really don't get it.
I think it's the control. I think people enjoy knowing every little bit of stuff, and if you don't agree with them, then they do the fascist thing of saying like, "Well, I'm just gonna, make sure that you're murdered immediately for not following my decree."
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's a
it's
great
kind of
it's a great game for
stubbornly
control.
similar to.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It is. It does feed that kind of thing. Whereas the social deductions before it were they just focus on social deduction.
yeah. I'm a fan of the like social deduction, but it's really hard to like come in with a plan. Like I really liked it's not code names, but I think Spyfall. I love Spyfall, and I like One Night Werewolf as well. But then those games get maddeningly silly. So if you come at it with a serious angle, you're gonna probably have a bad time.
Yeah, I think One White Werewolf was after Salem, and that wasn't it. It was just basically there was just a succession of games that were all the same, but each one just added more of the same than the last one. I think you
Yeah,
had Mafia, and then Salem added another few roles, and then Werewolf added a few more roles, and then there was another one I forget the name of, and then there was Blood on the Clock Tower, and then Werewolf added more stuff. And I think I'm pretty sure Blood on the Clock Tower had like 25 rolls or something in the end of the expansions. And
wow.
then they were just like doing rollception, where it was like this roll is the last roll that won, and the first roll to win the next round combined or something. And it's just like let's just keep it simple. It worked when it was simple.
Yeah.
The only other thing I've wondered is what was the reason for having the steel tokens?
Oh,
Was it?
it's mainly just for visual tracking. Like
Yeah,
in the event, since the thief happens at the very beginning of the round, and your choice is
yeah,
made when everything's blind, it's just a nice way to remember who played what where. And it's also a good reminder that hey, you don't get starting goal when this
yeah. I suppose yeah,
flips. The I think the main concern was that like we had several games where like if we were interrupted for or went off on a tangent, we'd come back and be
yeah,
like, "Oh crap, who did I steal from?" And then like the thief would be like, "I totally stole from the guy who played the thing." And it's like
yeah, yeah.
so
That makes sense. Yeah,
it's it's if anything, it's ironic because it is a token that makes the thief be honest. Because if there was ever a character that was designed to lie, I would assume that it would be the thief.
thieves can be honest. In fact, the better they are as thieves, the more honest they can afford to be.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
That's the moral lesson of the day, I suppose. If you're gonna be a thief, be a good thief, and you won't have to lie to anyone.
That's true, and apparently don't take a gang of thieves up against the bard. It doesn't end well.
Yes. Naturally, you cannot steal music. Not post creation.
Gotcha.
Well, we want
Sweet.
to
Well,
wrap up.
yeah, thank you so much for your time, Aaron. Again, like you guys, anyone who's watching this should take a little time and go and check out paperweightgames.co.uk, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
We'll be sure to put a link up when we post the video on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be
But
awesome.
if you're needing playtesters, Aaron's great for it. And as we stated, we're game changing designs. Keep an eye on this space because we're going to be doing this every Monday and Friday, and we'll be posting videos up on YouTube. Hope to see you in the future.
So how do I cash in my anti-points now for real monies?
Ah, gotcha. Well, we have you have to go through at least 6 different vendors, and by the time you get done through the translation rates, you end up owing money. So it's
Are
usually
these the 6 vendors? Because I don't think I trust them.